Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the FireStorm podcast. We have today another guest episode, and we're here to talk about, well, primarily one topic that we all are interested in and wish to discuss, but we're also going to talk about a bit about our guest as well. We would like to introduce you to Sir Tamachee.
Hi.
This is where you say hi.
This is where
I'm
you...
awkward.
I know you're awkward. See, this is the thing. You're awkward, but this is where you introduce yourself. You got this. We believe in you.
Go for
We
it.
believe in you. Come on, Tamachee.
I am Sir Tamachee, and I
Speak
used to do. I am Sir Tamachee. Screaming.
Sir Tamachee, you were, well, previously on YouTube did MMD stuff, I believe it's called?
Yeah. I
So,
don't do that as much anymore.
yeah, I was going to say, what actually is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's a 3D animation program, but I usually download motions people have made available for other people to use.
Okay, so you make videos that are 3D animated.
Yeah.
Anime people usually.
Yeah,
Usually.
I make the models. I don't make them from scratch. I just make them from parts that are up for download, so...
Nice.
That makes sense.
Now, I met you initially when we both worked for a winery distribution company, and we met, and then I believe it was something. The first thing I ever heard you talk about to other people was that your YouTube channel got deleted,
Yep.
and I'm just like, "Yo, I'm on YouTube. How did your channel get deleted?" And then you told me you had like plus 20,000 subscribers, and it was deleted for what reason?
A video I made ages before. I think it was like a year before, but it got reported, so I got a warning for it. And then after you're supposed to just get one warning and that's it. And then I just got my whole channel deleted without any warning.
Now that is what we in the industry call a big oof.
Big oof, man.
That's a technical term.
That's the technical term, yes. So, shit.
And it took them a year to respond to be like, yeah, you're not getting it back.
Yeah. I remember
of
when you
dickweeds.
told me you got the update, and I'm just like, wow, that took him a fucking year.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. That is
It
ridiculous.
took him years. No.
I'm like, well, thanks.
So, you were previously known on YouTube for that. Now, we mainly just live and exist. But one thing
Be like
Tamisha has at least got me into is Dungeons and Dragons, D&D.
Yeah.
And
Full scale
I found
nerd
out,
shit.
Yeah, I know. And I found out, Gus, you were also interested in D&D. I didn't know this before.
I actually it was one of those things it's like Dungeons, especially when I was a younger kid. It was like, Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd, you know.
Oh, no, same.
Yeah, that's how I was like in middle school, and then but then in high school I kind of started hanging out with the more nerdy kids, and some of them would play Dungeons and Dragons. I still wasn't really interested in it, but actually what got me full into Dungeons and Dragons was the Dark and Dicey show that had Nate, Christina V, Kaiji Tang, Zach Callison, about all those guys, and it was really really fun. And I was like, holy shit, I want to play D&D now. Because literally it's not until you start playing D&D that you realize you can do literally anything. You can be as much of a dipshit as you want, and so that was like, well, I mean, if I can't be a dipshit in real life without breaking 85 laws, I might as well just do it in D&D, with my imagination.
Well, we came to discover that purely with my first character, who was the worst of the worst. And
I didn't even play, and I was like, that guy, no, we don't like that guy.
Tamisha, I gave Gus a brief rundown of Kling's backstory, and he's just like, wow, what a dick.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, first thing I want to get into, everyone's first characters, starting with Tamisha. When did you get into D&D, And what was your first character?
I got into it like a year ago, basically in March. And my first character was a Drow Ranger, so a bad combo, but yeah. And he was a precious bean. He tried to be edgy. He even had like the emo side fringe.
Love it.
Ooh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. And basically his backstory was he grew up in the above world. I always forget what it's called, where everyone else is from, and ended up running off from his adopted parents and met a human ranger who taught him everything. And one day, he forgot what happened to his mentor, and it ended up being revealed that one of the other players in that campaign had killed his mentor trying to catch my character, and
Whoa.
that was a lot of shit. So
Yeah, sounds like
Twists galore.
yeah, I was aware of the plot twist, but my character was not.
dang.
Shit. And Gus, so I know you said you got into it about high school. What was your first character, if you remember?
So I don't know if I can recall, because a lot of stuff I did earlier, like I didn't properly get into it until probably 2018. But so I don't know if I can remember the first character, because a lot of the stuff I did was like really small things or like one-offs that just didn't get continued. But I actually have a campaign going at school, which we had to stop, unfortunately, because of the whole pandemic thing and going home. So since we're not at school anymore, we decided we didn't really want to do it over Zoom or whatever the fuck, or just because, I don't know, there's something more fun about being there in person. Just makes the experience a little better.
I definitely agree with that. Although we have been able to work it out. We've got a Discord server. We use the website Roll20. We've been able to make things work, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun in person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I can tell you that character, and especially when I was doing stuff earlier, like a couple of years ago, I was actually DM most of the time. So, but recent in the campaign I have going at school, my character's name is Aster. He's a half elf ranger. And he's an edgy
Ranger
piece
squad.
Yeah, exactly. The reason I picked Ranger is because I was like the last one of the group to join in. Like the DM basically like recruited me. He was like, "Man, we need one more person." He was just like, "Oh, I can get Gus," and I was like, I hadn't met any of the other people in the campaign before, but they're all really cool. Luckily,
Sorry, that's how I felt when I got brought into Tamachee.
So I got roped in. I got roped in by the DM. And so basically I was like, well, what do we not have already? So that's why I ended up picking Ranger. But Aster, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's not a huge piece of shit, but basically he's like an edgy motherfucker who's like just he's not dumb, right? He's very intelligent, but like if you come up with a plan and try to tell him what to do, he's not gonna listen. Because he just wants to spite everyone. Like if you try to tell him how to live his life, he's not gonna listen to you. And we haven't gotten like so far that his backstory is like explored, but basically he had something like, I think it was something precious stolen from his parents, and I can't remember if his parents died or not. I can't remember.
There's always dead parents, mate. There's always dead parents.
Somewhere, and I know there was something taken, like an item stolen, like an heirloom or something from his family, and also his little sister may or may not have been kidnapped also.
Oh god.
Yeah, so rough stuff. But so no wonder he's so fucking edgy. But yeah, he's notoriously bad at hitting close range shots with his bow and arrow. Everyone makes fun of me for it for always rolling like shit on damage, or not on damage rolls, but on hit rolls, for trying to hit someone in close range. I can't fucking do it. I can nail long range shots. I almost every time when I try to shoot something from a distance, I fucking nail it. But whenever I try to shoot something up close, can't do it.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Bloody hell. Well, yeah, I've only, like more recently gotten into D&D the end of last year, I like to say. something like that. We Tamisha started her first campaign as the DM, and basically convinced me while at Cosway to be like, hey, join us, join the group and be a part of it. I'm like, okay, fine. And I met everyone.
Well,
Everyone in the group's cool. They're all good people. And basically, I was looking at all the characters, and then I was just like, I don't know what to do. And then I don't know how, but I came up with a Kenku rogue, and we accidentally made him chaotic evil. He was legitimately the worst, even though he had his own tragic backstory with tragic, I want to say. It's not really. He was a little shit from childhood, and because everyone in the town hated Kenkus and were racist and bullied them, he and his brother got bullied to the point where his brother ran away, and then so Kling, out of spite, decided to steal things from everyone. And he realized, oh, I'm good at stealing. And these shinies, damn, I like shinies. So then his whole obsession became shinies. And then his parents tried to scold him for stealing things. And then he killed his parents. He did that. And then he, infamously framed one of the other party members for the murder of the king. It transpired all the way to that.
Wow.
And then...
rough stuff.
It is rough stuff. And then, then we all got freed, and then the campaign was just happening, and Kling had signs of redemption. No, Kling was his name, sorry. Kling had signs of redemption, but he never really had any, full motive to turn good. So he just stayed being an asshole. And the turning point was one session where we were all, attacked by a group of guards, and one of the party members was able to use suggestion to make them retreat. But in Kling's mind, he's just like, no, they know what we look like now. I'm gonna fucking kill him. And he kills two of them, and everyone's just like, Kling, you motherfucker, what are you doing? And then I'm just like, what? They were attacking us, and then it's all revealed that his brother that ran away is alive, and he now is one of the guards and works for the king. And I ended up turning myself in, basically taking on the sins of everyone's burden, because everyone got relieved for their crimes as long as they turned me in. And that's exactly what they did, because Kling made no valuable relationships with any of the other campaign members, so they all were just like, fuck this guy. Turn him in. So
get out of here, you piece of shit.
Big rip for Kling, R.I.P. Hopefully he returns in the future, but now I've got a new
he'll return dead.
No, don't do that. Don't kill my little boy.
You're not my mum.
I know. I wanted his redemption to be that his brother returns, or we have to save his brother, and then he'd be like, okay, fine, I'll be good because my brother's alive. But then you made his brother one of the king's guards. Yep. And I'm like, you ass.
You got pranked big time.
I got pranked big
Bamboozled.
time. That's alright. So now everyone hates Kling, which is understandable. I mean, he was written that way. And, we don't know when he's returning. But, my character ended before it began. But that's alright. I've had a lot of fun doing D&D, even though this has been my only campaign. There was a Christmas one-shot that we had with one of the other... I think one of your friends, Tamachee, of Jaden? Was it Jaden?
No, that was Brett.
Right, we had a Christmas one-shot. It's just like, import any one of your favorite characters into our new campaign. And we're just like, alright, cool, we did that. And, that was pretty fun. But, so, Tamachee, how different has it been being the DM of a campaign rather than being a character in it? Like, how different is it, and how much goes into being a DM, do you reckon?
It's very different. Sorry, my cat's on me right now.
That's alright.
And my dog's whining in the background, so I might have to go pet her.
I much prefer playing, but I do enjoy DMing. But you have to put in a lot of work because sometimes, like, these sessions can sometimes go on for, like, a lot longer. I know campaigns that go for, like, I think 13 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah. And, like...
I'm glad we don't do that.
Yeah.
I know. There's a lot of, like, things you have to consider of, like, okay, I want the party to go here, but what if they, like, take a detour and go, like... You can never have a full plan, like... You don't want to be the DM that's just like, nah, you're in my story, you're in my world, so you have to follow exactly what I say. So I try to make a plan for basically everything, and so far there hasn't really been a moment where I'm like, fuck, they went the complete opposite way.
Although last session you did, in order to have the confrontation with my new character, you said, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to Mastriel, and it's just like, oh, I thought we were going to Cherrytown. No.
No, they got told, they were told to go to Mastriel.
I know, and they all forgot.
Yeah, I know, I'm like, you idiots.
You goddamn morons.
Yeah, so that wasn't me forcing it, that was like, guys, you forgot. You have to rescue the kid's sister.
Yes.
That's
alright.
But, yeah, it's very different, and you have to, like, make sure you have everything planned, because, like, the session I was playing the campaign I was playing my drow in, there was so many sessions you could tell it was not prepared. There was, like, hardly anything put into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, we basically were just like, where the hell do we go now? Like, what are we doing? And backstories were just either not included or just completely glossed over. Oof. And it was just bad. Like, I enjoyed playing my drow, but, like, it was bad.
Yeah, that's right.
I will say, so I feel like being a DM, especially for a long campaign, has gotta be tough, because, like, there's so much you have, like, so much possible variation. Like, you have no clue what your players are gonna do. And you've already come, like, you're trying to tell this story, and you're presenting the story to, like, a bunch of people who could do anything. Mm-hmm. Literally anything. And, so I can't imagine, like, having to, like, plan out all of the, like... And I'm sure it takes some adjusting on the fly as well. Like, I know, because when I was DM, like, even for those one-shots I did, it was just, like, so much adjusting on the fly. Like, you know, making up these crap lines for characters and, you know, I mean, when I was DM, I'd give them voices and shit, because I'm retarded, but...
I try to give voices, so...
Yeah, I feel like
you
it's
always
like
default to the same voice to me.
I'm sorry!
But it's like... Because you have to, like, you have no clue what you're going to do. And I remember when I was playing a couple years ago, I was playing with all my friends, and when we're all together, we're fucking stupid. We're absolute dumbasses. So, like, the guys I was playing with, they would, like, if I presented them, like, with some enemies, they, like, try to have, like, normal conversations with them or some shit, and, like, just completely take them away from the battle, like, ask them, like, what their favorite ice cream flavor was or some shit, and just have the goblins respond. It's like, oh, really? You want to ask my favorite ice cream flavor? I mean, I like chocolate. Thanks for asking. And then they just get slaughtered. So it's...
Dude, half the time in our sessions, it's just Nick and I going, whoa, nice cock. And that's literally it. It's just Nick and I talking shit half the time. It's amazing. And everyone else is just cock. Like, guys, what are you doing? We're just plus start making Megalovania noises.
Basically, I just have, like, a structure of what I want to happen for the session, and then I just... go from there. So most of the time it's wherever they go, I'm like, well, this is what the area looks like.
Yeah, and I feel like a good DM could probably, like, adjust based, like, still get the story they intend to get across, but, like, even if there's variations in, like, where the characters go and what they do. Like, you can still figure out what you want them to be doing. And even if, like, some sort of side tangent happens, you can still bring them back around to the main story eventually. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just that, like, being able to do that. It's, man. being a DM is rough. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of like trying to tell that like a story from scratch as well. Because I know for my DM, like he will literally send pictures into our group chat of him like working on the story, and it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, dude, go to fucking sleep. To sleep, bro. It's not that deep, but you know, I appreciate the work that goes into it. You know.
Definitely. I never realized, at least here, until I started liking D&D, just how many people were into D&D. Like, one of the guys I do hosting at AvCon with, he and his other podcast buddies who are, like, pretty big, have their own giant series on YouTube called Roll to Cast. And it's just like, fucking hell. Like, and then seeing how big the appreciation for it. I knew Dungeons and Dragons was always big, but I just didn't know until I got into it, at least how many people I knew were into it. And it's just like, holy fuck, there's...
Yeah, and I don't think it's something that is brought up in regular conversation all that often.
No.
So,
No,
I mean,
really
like, yeah, so, like, even if someone's into it, you could never know, because it would never be brought up without, like, something specific happen to make that part of the conversation, you know? Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, like, I didn't know how many people were into it until, like, I brought it up at work one time, and a few people were just like, oh, yeah, D&D, and I'm like, holy shit.
Holy shit! Yeah,
People like it.
I wonder why you tried
believe
to...
it.
I wonder why then you tried to convince me to... Well, you convinced me to join the campaign, because I'm like, I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing.
You seem to like D&D, fantasy stuff. So I'm like...
I'm a writer, so that...
I'm like, you're a writer. You'll come up with a cool, creative character.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna join my campaign that I'm writing.
No, dude.
You'll come up with a cool creative character, comes up with a Kenku that fucking just mimics
Gus.
everyone.
No, Gus, that's the thing. I made the Kenku not only the evilest bitch, like, yeah, he mimicked everyone, but then it was a secret that he could actually speak perfect common, and I didn't reveal that until he was found out.
I feel like you told me about this.
Yeah, and apparently, at least according to Tanisha, I was able to make him incredibly intimidating with the final confrontation, because he was just a dick.
It was terrifying.
Because I had the evil laugh, I had the good quips. I am so disappointed. I missed out on one line, because one of the characters, Severa, she twice now keeps blanking out, but accidentally conducting mass murders, essentially going... she's a barbarian, she goes around and
she's a paladin.
Paladin, sorry. But she loses her mind and then just goes around and stabs a bunch of things. Wow. I don't know what specifically causes that. I don't think it's been revealed yet. But either way, my character, Kling and another character witnessed one of these massacres happen. And in the final confrontation, when she was threatening him, I really, really wanted to call her Miss Massacre.
You should have, fucking hell!
I know, I forgot though. I really wanted to call her Miss Massacre and just... I'm gonna end this man's whole career. I just remember the final... I just remember the thing I knew was gonna piss everyone off. The one line I said was because Kling did actually kill the king. The one thing I said, which got everyone to be like, Trent, no, was to the new king, be like, oh, by the way, do you want to know what your father's last words were? Because I remember them, and I can say them perfectly. And everyone's just like, no, Trent, don't do this, don't do this.
And me in character, do it.
You were just like, Trent!
Trent, why? In character, do it. I want to hear.
Get it. I was going to make it worse, but I didn't want to make choking noises, so...
Yeah.
I was going to make it much worse than what it actually was, but no, yeah, so because I knew I was backed into a corner, I may as well just embrace full evil, and that's what I did. But it helps definitely having. It definitely helps having that bit of creative side to, because you need to have a bit of creativity to come up with a character, to come up with a world like this. Yeah. So it definitely helps, and it just kind of works out for me. Dog, why are you doing this?
Dog wants attention. My cat is in a basket.
My dog has come up to my lap. We're all being bothered.
I brought a basket into my room last night because she likes being in baskets, so...
Alright, fair enough.
She's in a basket.
Oh.
So, how long did you actually spend planning this this campaign, Tamachee?
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
When did we start? We started in August, didn't we? Last year.
I don't remember. It was... I guess it was second half of last year, yeah, so fuck. Yeah. This has been going for a while.
Oh, yeah. I started planning my campaign about March. Like, as I got into it, I'm like, you know what? I wanna do my own campaign. Ow, cat!
Oh, wait. Okay, keep talking. I gotta go let the dog out.
Alright.
And, so yeah, it was a good few months that I had it planned, and then I wanted backstories, or a basic idea of everyone's backstories, so I could include that into everything. And then I was already done a final lot of planning, and then I was ready to go. But yeah, it did take a few months. I know people plan for like a year or so. Like, a lot of people put so much more effort in than what I did. Like, they have like all the way down to the fine details of every single NPC they could encounter, what the NPCs are like, and all that. And I do have that, but it's not as in depth. It's basic. It's basically what the shopkeepers are like. Any other NPCs you go talk to in the town, I just make up on the spot. So.
No, that's fair. I can definitely tell, though, from talking with Nick, he said, like, in comparison to campaigns he's done in the past, yours is very detailed, like, very in-depth. And I even remember my response was, so now I have a high bar for future campaigns because of this one. And he's just like, yeah, probably. Because a lot of campaigns are like, okay, here are your characters, here's a goal, go do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's just like, oh, okay, cool.
My one is, this is the whole campaign. This is your goal, but go to towns, you little shits.
Go do something. Go do side stories.
Basically, every single plan I have, like every single town I have, there's high chance there's a little side quest in there that will be relevant to the main point of the campaign. But you also have characters arcs as well to develop them. Except for Kling.
Hi.
And Sky, because Sky had her arc. Fucker. But
yeah, Kling ended prematurely. R.I.P. Kling. He's not dead yet.
Oh.
But
by the way, who taught Kling the word fuckboy? Because we made it an ongoing thing that every time Kling referenced someone he knew or didn't like, he would call them a fuckboy.
I think it was. Can't remember. I think it was Moosh.
It was either Moosh and Nick. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucking lovely.
Wow.
Gus, do you ever feel like you said you DM before?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever felt like you're making your own campaign fully, like from scratch?
Maybe.
Have you ever?
I feel like it would be cool, but
it would be.
Yeah, it would just be like, I mean, the thing is, right? Like, if I really wanted to make my own campaign, I might as well just fucking write a light novel series. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like then I don't have to worry about all these idiots trying to knock me off my game. You know, I can just tell the story I want to tell. But you know, I think it would be fun for sure. It would just be, I would just have to be like prepared to, you know, like have all that detailed story and the
encounter
the locations and all that sort of shit. I mean, I don't think I could do it from scratch. I would be sorry, I'm eating fruit snacks. I think I would be much more willing to DM if it was like, those big ass books you can get where they have like pre-made campaigns and like all these places that already exist, and they have like maps and stats and all this other cool stuff. I would definitely DM one of those, just because I think those books are fucking awesome. Because they literally give you this campaign. I don't know anything about any of the campaigns. Like, I would probably suck at creating like my own like super overly fantastical world with creatures and all this other crap. But the ones that are like pre-made campaigns, they're fucking massive books. And it's like, I would definitely be willing to like look into one of those and figure it out. Because a lot of the one-shots I've done have been from like, what is it, like the beginner's guide, like from the D&D starter kit, basically. Yeah. Like the one-shots I've done have been like from, like I DM'd using the book that comes with the starter kit. So yeah, I think those big ass, I mean, the books are like what, $20 or something. So
they're like 60 over here.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I mean, we have them. There's a little like a hobby shop up at near where I lived at school this past year. And so I went and looked at them. Like they had a bunch of those D&D campaign books, but I forgot I didn't buy any of them. So, but yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, they are. That's like what the first campaign I played in was. Mm-hmm. It
Makes
ended
sense.
up going like off the book for a little while, and the DM was just like, "Well, I don't know what's like."
Yeah, you definitely need to be prepared to go away from the book. You can't just go and just buy the book. That'd be lame.
He was just like, I don't know what to do now, so I'm going to see what the book says. And we're all just like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. And you definitely need to be reading ahead in the book. Like, you can't just have, like, following the book while they're playing. Yeah. That's no good.
We're just like, he was very unprepared, and, like, we ended the campaign a few weeks back, and it was such a shitty ending. Like, we did the epilogue, and basically we did the epilogue over Discord, and it just ended with everyone being like, so yeah, we're finished, right? And then he's just like, yeah, you all go and do the stuff you want to do and then go back to your normal lives.
One
And we're just like, and most of the people were just like, yeah, most of the people were just like, nah, fuck this, and just left the call. One of them pretended that their internet died, like, before it even ended. They're just like, oh shit, my internet's died, sorry. And didn't join back in the call, because no one was saying anything, because we didn't know what to do.
Shit.
And he had not prepared the epilogue. It's like,
I'm just gonna make a mental note here. Gus, get ready to cut this out if you need, because I'm just gonna add a little outside note.
Let me make a note, hold on.
Yeah, Tamisha, do you want to include that in case your mate actually listens to this?
No, include it, I don't care.
Include it? Okay.
It pisses me off. It pissed everyone off, so...
I mean, if it's common knowledge, then it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's common knowledge. No one was happy with it.
Okay, so. Well, Gus, cut out me bringing that up then.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that does not sound like... Well, obviously, you just said it. Doesn't sound like a well thought out ending. Which is a shame. In all honesty, if I wanted to plan out a bloody campaign, like, considering with what I want to do for a living, I feel like I would go above, like, way too over top, but then again, it would take me like a year or two to plan, because it sounds like because depending on how long you want the campaign to go for, like, I don't know how many more sessions you've got in mind, Tamisha.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more, and we've been going since, what, August 2019?
Yeah.
So...
Whoa.
And we've been attending it weekly. We've been mostly succeeding with the weekly thing.
Yeah, it was fortnightly, and then all this corona happened, and it's just like, well...
We're not fucking doing anything.
Yeah. So it's been changed to weekly, but when everything goes back to normal, it will probably go back to fortnightly because
Fair.
any
That's alright.
breaks.
That's right. And that will probably be soon, because at least in SA we're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So that would be nice. But yeah, sorry Gus.
Yeah, we're fucked.
We're gonna die.
No, I'm good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care, honestly. All I really want is to be able to go into McDonald's again. That's all I really want.
Priorities.
Dude, we just love drive-thrus.
I love drive-thrus too, but like I miss the like going into McDonald's with my bros and like playing those stupid fucking games on the wall. I don't know if you guys have those. Okay, yeah, we just have like these for some reason in the McDonald's. I used to live close to it, but since I moved, I'm not anymore. But there was this fucking like screens on the wall that just had a bunch of these kiddie games, like really basic crap, like stuff you'd find in like. And you wouldn't even find it in an arcade. It's like big boy football kick, or like, you know, like fucking, I don't know what else, like home run, other shit. You know, you get the idea, hopefully. But you literally just sit down. You can like just go in if they're free. You sit down next to it and you just play all the fucking games you want in the McDonald's. That's it. And we would just fucking do that for like 2 hours.
It sounds revolutionary.
It really was. I'm telling you. But,
Fucking hell.
yeah. But now we can't go in McDonald's anymore. It's sad. Sad days.
R.I.P. McDonald's, you ended prematurely.
And you know what? I know it's not the same for you guys, but here our legal drinking age is 21, and I'll be 21 in July. So I was really hoping that because I'm the oldest of all of my good friends, like in my friend group, I'm oldest by like more than a year. And I was really hoping that when I turn 21 or like soon afterwards, I'm usually the one that drives us everywhere. So I could have them drive me and I can go to a restaurant and order a drink while they all look at me jealous because they're not legal yet. So then I can have them drive me around since I will be intoxicated. Take that.
That is the biggest fucking rip. On my 18th, I got plastered. I just got fucking off the wall.
Fair.
That was magnificent. So yeah, that is a big oof for America.
I mean, I don't care, to be honest. I mean, it's like, at least for me, I'm not a huge drinker. It's just like, I just want to rub it in my friends' faces. That's it.
See, I'm huge, but I'm also a drinker, so
Yeah.
I'm a bit of both.
Fair. I mean, that's fair. You're definitely much more tolerant than I am.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got off a bit off topic.
It's fine.
D&D is fun. Yeah. So I didn't realize you're still fairly new to D&D in regards to, I'm assuming, others. Like, I didn't, like, Tamisha, I didn't realize
The 40-year-olds that attend D&D conventions?
No.
50-year-olds.
No. Fucking hell. But Tamisha, I didn't realize you've only been doing this for like a year or two as well. I thought you were in it for much longer. Because the way you were talking about it, like explaining your campaign, I was just like, oh shit, alright, sounds like she's done this before.
No.
Alright. So I was like, oh, okay.
I threw myself into the deep end.
Yeah.
Yeet.
You were pretty fucking convincing. You were pretty convincing though, because I was just like, yeah, alright. And then you brought in the subplot plot of just like, oh, can your character kill the king? And I'm like, can he? He's just like, because we want someone to be framed. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, lovely. But like,
I mean, if you were to say no, I was gonna come up with someone, but
Watch this.
yeah, it was just an option. Like that would be an interesting plot twist.
For the longest time, he thought it was Manisha's character's sister, and that would have been brother, sorry, and that would have been hilarious if it was.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. But
Leave him alone.
fuck Israel. He's annoying.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. I call him
he's not.
Israel because he's annoying.
You're annoying.
Good burp.
That was alright. It was like a 5.
That's about it. There, 4.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
What else do we need? What else do you wish to talk about with D&D? Because I am not sure what else we can talk about.
I like dice.
Like dice. Yeah. What the fuck? You've been doing this for like a year or two and you've already bought like 10 million collections of dice.
Bro, have you seen some of those dice you can buy? They're fucking awesome.
They're cool. and pretty.
I've literally got the blue and black, like the most generic ones.
Dude, I have a set of generic red ones that I use.
Yeah, fuck. Like, I don't know how... Because, like, that's another reason why I thought you've been doing this for a long time, because you got that many fucking dice.
No. As a DM, you also need a lot of dice.
That's true.
So, like, when it comes to encounters, I literally set a d20 to a certain character, like, certain enemy, so I know what to roll, and I have them lined up in front of me now, rather than just in just a massive pile. So, like, last night, since we played it, with the sneaker, like the surprise attack right at the very end, I literally had to line up all the d20s so I knew what character was what, and I've taken a picture of it so I haven't forgotten the order of what they rolled.
Yeah, we're all trying to plan a sneak attack on an orc camp, and then all of a sudden we get sneak attacked. And my new guy, who was literally just recovered, just got a javelin in the fucking kidney. That would fucking Cade in real life. A javelin in the kidney. You're pretty gruesome. How dare you? My new boy's innocent. He just loves nature. Oh yeah, that's one of the... so, that's the one thing I love about character building that we did with both Kling and Valiant. And I'm sure you've had to do it with your character as well, Gus. Like, the flaws and everything, and like the... I don't know how in-depth you went with your characters, Gus.
Oh, well, yeah,
like,
one of the coolest things about building characters is making them be bad at shit.
Literally, my character's main flaw is that he gets intoxicated heaps, but because he's a nature lover, because he's a druid, we made it that he gets high randomly. Just in random situations, he would just get high as fuck.
Yeah.
And then the first thing Tamisha said to me when I got out of the cage is, "Oh, by the way, you have some weed on you." I'm just like, I'm not going to smoke a blunt when I'm introducing myself to the rest of the party.
No, I was just saying, so you knew you had it.
You're
After
welcome.
a javelin to the kidney, I might need it.
A gift from the gods.
The gift from the gods. Here's a blunt.
Also, I worked out like last night there was 15 nat 20s rolled. 15.
Yeah, no, that was a ridiculous amount of 20s rolled.
I rolled the highest. I rolled 5 of them, but
Oh fuck.
yeah,
Oh,
15 nat 20s.
I remember one
Jesus.
time, I think the most we ever had was like 3 in a row. And then we were like, oh, well, no one's going to roll anything higher than like a 12 after this.
Ha, pranked.
Yeah. I don't remember if that was actually true or not, but, you know. We got I think I was one of them. I think I was like second. Like we got one of us got one, then I got one, and then another person got one. Like in a row, like in I think we might have been even in a fight. So we got crits or something. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it was rough.
So, Gus, do they have bloody... I know they might have them here. I don't know if they do, but do they have like actual like conventions just for D&D?
Just
Or,
for
like-
D&D, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. But I know that D&D is a pretty big part of like Comic-Cons and stuff.
Exactly, yeah, because I know with AvCon, they do have like a tabletop section, and a lot of it is D&D, and you can do one-shot campaigns.
Yeah,
in a small
we do.
group.
Yeah, I remember there are one. Okay, I was gonna say. So, was it last year? It was last year around this time. I went to a Comic-Con in Virginia Beach. So me and my friends drove about 2 hours. It was fairly unimpressive because it was one of the smaller scale ones. Like not a huge turnout. Like obviously there were a ton of people there and there's a big ass building. But yeah, they were like on the second floor of the convention center. They had like one shot campaigns and stuff. So I don't remember seeing like a dedicated tabletop section like in the main area, but I feel like if you were to go to a larger scale convention, that would almost certainly be a thing that they have. I mean, I got I don't even remember when I got at that Comic-Con. other than like drunk the one night we stayed there.
I don't know what I got at the Comic-Con other than drunk.
Yep.
Love it.
There we go. Stayed in a sketchy ass hotel. It was great.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So, Tamisha, is that where you got a lot of your D&D stuff, like at places like Avcon and Supernova?
Actually, I got my D&D stuff at like Zing and EB Games, and then Games World as well. They always have a lot.
Oh, they're probably the biggest. Yeah.
And then I found out about Tabletop, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so much closer, and that's where I've been getting the rest of mine. And then other times it's been online. Like, a lot of my dice have come from online, because I'm like, because I've looked up a lot of D&D stuff, Facebook's just like, hey, look at these dice, and I'm like, take my money.
Yeah, you asshole. With your algorithms.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, my one set of dice I got on Amazon, so.
Well, both my cheap pairs I got from EB Games, so. And sets. Fuck. Yeah, I'm actually thinking I need more dice, but I fucking don't.
You really
it's all your
don't.
fault, Tamisha. I legit don't. Like, I bought the black set for Kling and the blue set for Volley, and then I was just like, I don't need it anymore. I'm fine. Trust me. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Unless do you want to bring up anything else, Tamisha? Anything else you want to discuss about your D&D endeavors?
Funny moments.
Yeah, what are some funny moments you've had? Because I know I can definitely think of one or two with Kling, but what are the funniest moments from your campaigns?
In the one I was playing, it was after my draft found out what actually happened to his mentor and who killed him. And he, like the session before, he had ran up and, climbed up a tree and was just waiting. That's how we ended the session. And the next session begun, and this was also Jada's introduction to this campaign as well. And he walked over with the character that had killed my character's mentor and a few other people, and my character was fucking pissed, so he jumped out. He used a spell called Fog Cloud, which basically makes it so he picks who can see through it. If you're not picked to see through it, you can't see. It's just complete fog all around you. And then I had him jump out of the tree, which I didn't do too well at jumping out the tree. But then he ran up to the character that killed his mentor, and I rolled 2 nat 20s to punch him.
Oof.
And I took him down to half health.
Jesus.
And I was going to try another one, but everyone's just like, stop.
Call him Conor McGregor, because he's going to knock you the fuck out.
But yeah, it was 2 nat 20s in a row, and everyone's just like, what?
Yep, that ain't good.
That's my favorite moment. Like, I'm still proud of that.
Bloody hell.
I don't blame you.
What's your favorite moment from a campaign session, Gus?
Honestly, I don't really remember them all that well. But like I said, I think that the running joke about my character, my half-elf ranger, not being able to fucking hit a close-range shot, that's funny. That always gets a laugh out of everyone. But I think it's more like I don't even know why. Like, I would just have to ask Eldridge probably. But he probably could tell you more than me. He's the DM.
Actually, in saying that, I'm thinking of funny moments involving Kling, and I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Yeah, because
any.
it's like I mean, the thing is, right? Like, I'm a dipshit on a regular basis, so when I say something stupid, I don't really remember it. It's just like it's just another thing.
Well, okay, fine. Tamisha, what was your favorite moment with Kling?
There you go.
Because I can't remember shit right now.
We can't do shit apparently.
I
have to fucking.
I think it would have to be. I think this is. What?
Well, these are my harmonies.
Might have been one of the earlier sessions, but it was when he was talking to Ashi. And he made, I can't remember it properly, but he made a stupid comment about Israel. And Ashi just gave him a look like, what the fuck? And in my head, I'm like, oh god, because I think it was something to do with how you wanted to kill Israel, and I'm like,
It's just because I think it was just like everyone was saying, how do we know we can trust him? He's just gonna give us money, and then I'm just like, I can stab you, and then Nashira is just like, no, none of that. But I can't fucking remember anything with Kling right now. I do remember him just being a complete asshole, and he tried to open up. He tried to be a good boy, but he was unsuccessful with his shit mimicry. My mimicry just went to a default high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Because I can't imitate voices in real life. Fucking Kenkus.
I can't, but I try, but I don't default back. It's just, I forget NPC voices between sessions as well.
Yeah, I think you forgot how to voice Israel.
No, I do remember, but I haven't voiced him in so long, and because he has the same accent as Ashira, I really struggle on my own, so I have to bounce off that, but they didn't have much of an interaction for me to bounce off it.
Well, he shouldn't disappear for so long, man.
You guys no! Stop telling me to keep Israel. He's level 20. No.
He's a little dick. That's what he is. Anyway, unless you guys got anything else to bring up, I reckon that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. And
Whoa.
I think I definitely want to get into more D&D campaigns. I don't know that many people who are running them though, and I'm just thinking if I ever had to run my own, it would take a lot of work. So we praise all the dungeon masters out there, including you, Tamachee, for doing a fucking phenomenal job. And
Holy shit! Okay, sorry, I had a moment.
That's alright, Gus.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is on Netflix.
Fair enough. Yep. I am going to let you handle the outro, Gus.
Oh shit! Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go on Netflix after this. Yeah. Okay. So thank you guys for watching and or listening. I mean, I honestly kind of hope you don't watch it because our videos aren't terribly like the videos like
the generic videos.
Yeah, I hope you just don't stare at it. That'd be kind of weird. But yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. I already forgot what's next. Oh yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter at FireStorm Pod. You can also Tamachee, what's your Twitter?
So Tamachee.
Right.
We will link it in the description.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Trent. Yeah, so if you want to follow us on Twitter, we'll post dick jokes and shit. It'll be great. And if you have any
there is now an ongoing joke that apparently I am a homosexual.
Yes,
and I don't know how. It's not a fact, Gus.
It's a fact.
I don't know where this came
You're
from.
You're gay.
But it's a lie.
Got him.
It's true.
Anyway.
Yeah, so if you have any questions or suggestions for us, you can leave them in the comments down below, or you can email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. Wait, that's it, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I did it! I outroed my own podcast. Holy shit.
We're doing this for 30 episodes. How do you not remember?
It's fine.
You came up with the questions and suggestions tagline
because
you thought it was catchy.
I'm a genius, but I don't realize it.
Fucking hell. This is a dumpster fire. Continue. Thank you, Tamachee, for joining us.
Thank you for joining us and dealing with our bullshit.
It's okay.
And yeah, so again, thank you guys for listening, tuning in, whatever. And wait, this will go up on a weekend. We'll see you on Wednesday. Trent and I will see you on Wednesday for a regular scheduled episode of your favorite, probably maybe favorite podcast. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Fucking Jesus. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You're fucking Jesus, bro? That's kind of wild.
Fucking Jesus, I'm not gay.
You're gay.
But you're fucking Jesus. That's pretty gay.
That is gay.